What is up, guys? Welcome back to the channel, guys. Wanted to check out some Christmas videos in Denmark, and of course, I see that the guys rope trotting had a video with 5 Christmas culture shocks in Denmark, so I had to check it out. Hopefully, y'all send me more, cause I did some other videos. They were talking about Christmas in Scandinavia and stuff like that, and they had quite a few with Denmark on there. So, hey. When you're looking for information from Denmark, this is where I go to. This is one of my main sources right here. So we've been check this out. Y'all hit that subscribe button. Let's jump into it.
Hey y'all, welcome to Vlogmas Day 20. We're getting towards the end and the end of our time here in Copenhagen before we go back to the US for Christmas. So that's why we thought today's video, it would be great to talk about the culture shocks that we see at Christmas living in Denmark.
Yeah, that's right. And for those of you that have been with us this entire journey, way to stay with us so far. Those of you that are brand new, let's introduce ourselves. I'm Mike, and honestly, these days, nothing shocks me anymore.
And I'm Derek, and I am a big fan of Shaka Khan.
Oh, interesting.
Well, let's get started talking about culture shocks at Christmas in Denmark.
This looks pretty nice. Ooh. Nice little intro right here.
Okay, so behind me is a Christmas tree, something that I grew up with and celebrated Christmas with my whole life. But even a Christmas tree in Denmark isn't exactly the same. There are many Danish traditions involving the Christmas tree that are just different than what we did in the US growing up. And when it's something that you think you know very well, like Christmas, something that you grew up doing, something that you care a lot about, something that you have quite a bit of nostalgia for, it can be really frustrating to realize you have to learn how to do Christmas all over again. So while it may seem like Christmas is something familiar and that everybody who's celebrated it before will just suddenly know how to do in Denmark, keep in mind that a lot of us foreigners that come here do need to learn new Danish Christmas traditions, and it can be a lot of fun if you help us out along the way. So yeah, of course we had Christmas trees in America too, but we didn't dance around them. We didn't decorate them exactly the same way. We had a Christmas meal in the US, but we didn't always eat the same things as people do in Denmark.
I didn't know people danced around the Christmas tree, honestly.
We'll talk about that one coming up. There's a lot of little things that we think we know when it comes to Christmas that we have to relearn, and that's not always easy.
And that's true, because I've been learning some different Christmas traditions around the world and stuff. And it's pretty cool, like you said, that everybody celebrated different, and you can do that by the country here in the U.S., by the state, or by the families. Everybody just celebrated a different way.
So another culture clash that we found in Denmark that we don't mind, but could be challenging for others, is how much alcohol fuels all of the Christmas celebrations here. I mean, you look at it, you can get an advent calendar that is beer, actually a really cool creation that we really enjoy. Wow. You look at a julefrokost, there's shots and drinks and alcohol. There's gløgg when you go out into all of the Christmas markets. It's like so many things in Denmark, alcohol is just part of the tradition that you do with everything. You're going to have a good hearty skål at some point over the course of any celebration that you have. But sometimes alcohol can be tough for some people, and so that can be a major challenge for people coming over that aren't used to having such alcohol-fueled events, depending on what their culture or personal choices are when it comes to alcohol. So a clash that we've seen here, something that's different in the U.S., where alcohol has become kind of taboo at things like work events. And some celebrations as well. So a little bit of a difference from what we're used to coming back from the States.
Okay, I thought people did include
the holiday stress, like having a nice cozy night in. And I'm chopping down on one of my favorite Danish Christmas cookies, the peppernoodle. Maybe I didn't say it right, but it is something that I've learned to love while living in Denmark during the Christmas season.
Is that candy? It looks like a chicken nugget.
I can't necessarily say it is something that I've learned to love while living in Denmark during the Christmas season.
I need to see what that is.
I can't necessarily say that about every single Danish Christmas food, though. And if you watched our video
like
of
a
us
chicken
trying
bite.
the Danish julefrokost, you'll see that we definitely made some mistakes along the way and didn't quite love every single dish, although it's pretty good. But if you're somebody who has some dietary restrictions, maybe you're a vegan, a vegetarian, a pescatarian, perhaps you have some food allergies or some religious things that keep you from having different foods, you may find it a little bit difficult to adapt to all of the Danish Christmas foods. It can be a real source of culture shock for people that have different palates or different diet restrictions when they come to Denmark during Christmas to fully adapt. And food.
At least I think y'all have different foods. I know here in the States, it's weird because at least growing up, probably when I was 10 or younger, what we had on Thanksgiving, we always had on Christmas. It wasn't until like my teenage year, my mom, like for Thanksgiving, that's when we did like turkey dress. But for Christmas, we started changing it to like do like finger foods, like different foods, because we were like, we eating the same food on Thanksgiving on Christmas. Like, and I know that's tradition for some people, even here in the States, like, but we got tired of it because we knew, even though, you know, we love the turkey dressing and all those, but we was like, you know, you get tired of eating it because you eating leftover for a couple of days, then boom, right around the corner is Christmas and we're back making the same food. So, but I know some people, they still do the turkey and stuff on Christmas.
Food is culture, which can make it difficult to adapt to the Christmas culture in Denmark during this season, especially because a lot of the food customs are rather rigid. You have to have the right type of bread and the right type of sauce and the right cookies. You get the idea.
Oh,
so it can be a bit of a culture shock dealing with Danish Christmas foods.
So one of the culture clashes that we've had being here in Denmark is in some ways actually a positive one, which is how inclusive Christmas is here in Denmark. Now, that might be kind of funny. I mean, obviously, Christmas is a Christian holiday, and actually, by law, Denmark is a Christian nation. But Christmas in Denmark really is a civic holiday. For 6, 7, 8 weeks ahead of December 24th, people come together and celebrate no matter what their faith is, or if they had no faith at all.
See, I just thought people celebrated just to celebrate. I didn't even relate it to religion, me personally, because I'm like, it's just Christmas. You just thought it was just Christmas. You know, it's just what everybody did.
It's just really a chance for people to come together and celebrate kind of a end of year celebration, winter celebration, and just super fun with everybody here. In the U.S., it can be a little bit almost overly religious. I mean, one of the big jokes is talking about the war on Christmas, where people that say happy holidays are ruining the spirit of Christmas and should be saying Merry Christmas instead. Here in Denmark, it's kind of for everyone, and that's nice because it just means that everyone's here to have a good time, everyone's here to celebrate together, and everyone's here to have some good food and drinks.
And one culture shock that we feel living in Denmark during the holidays is nostalgia, because everything that's new to us is old to you guys. And the things that were old to us that we miss about Christmas growing up are hard to find here.
Yeah, it's, you know, this is the kind of season where it's all about the kids and it's all about reliving your childhood. And while one of the things that we love about living in Denmark is getting to have new experiences, discover new cultures, new traditions, and get to embrace them, they're new for us. I mean, for us, Danish Christmas is 5 years old. So it's a challenge for us when we feel those moments, just they want to pull at your heartstrings to see the TV specials and the commercials and the jingles and the things that we grew up with that are such a part of our Christmas tradition ourselves. We lose that living abroad, and it's a little bit of a clash trying to jump into somebody else's nostalgia that's not ours.
Yeah, so this may be our fifth Christmas in Denmark, but the things from Christmas when we were 5 years old just aren't here, and it's not the same.
But at the same time, we've been able to bridge the traditions together, and you can see it here on our tree. We have our Julehart, which we very painfully but constructively manufactured ourselves, so we could join in the fun of having paper ornaments.
Yeah, and they're hanging right next to some ornaments that are handmade from our nephews back home. We even have the baby's first Christmas ornament that Mike's mom gave us from his first Christmas. So we found ways to blend it. But it can still be tough sometimes around the holidays when you just want to watch those old Christmas specials or have a candy or something.
I'm telling you, and now, I don't know it. I know this was from last year, but they actually have like a little Netflix for Christmas movie is out here. I forgot what it's called, but they have like a streaming service where it just show a bunch of Christmas movies. But when I looked on there, they didn't have the classics on there. They had some good stuff, Hallmarky type Christmas stuff, but they didn't have some of the classics. That's what I noticed. That's what I know. Like Santa Claus Coming to Town, you know, all these movies that was there before I was there, before I was born and type stuff. But, you know, I feel what he's saying. You know, we used to watch the Alvin and the Chipmunk Christmas all the time. I don't even see that no more.
Something that reminds you of Christmas back in your home country.
It ain't the same sometimes.
We know that other foreigners living in Denmark and elsewhere around the world are probably feeling that same thing right now. So we just want you to know that you're not alone.
And we'd love to hear about it too. It's a great thing for you to share in the comments about what are the things that you feel particularly nostalgic for in wherever you are that's not where you grew up. I think it'd be good for all of us to share.
Especially if you can't be with your family or back home for the holidays. And on that sentimental note, we do want to just say thank you guys so much for watching this video. Thank you for being with us all through Vlogmas. We really appreciate it, and we're happy that we've been able to share some of our holiday time with you guys.
Nice.
Make sure to give this video a like if you enjoyed it, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you haven't done that already, and hit the bell for notifications so that you can get all of our Vlogmas videos as soon as they drop, and stay with us because they'll keep coming all throughout the new year. Thanks a lot, guys.
Galil. We did it together.
That was perfect timing right there. I ain't gonna lie, perfect timing. But yeah, I can definitely understand that because, like you said, the traditions I'm sure in Denmark, it's been there for so long. You know, here in America, our traditions, they're old but not too old compared to Europe. You know, so definitely can understand. I mean, me personally, I feel like sometimes Christmas don't feel the same. And that's probably because I'm an adult now. You know, as a kid, we used to do so much. You know, now as an adult, you kind of miss those things. But then you can still do those things. Now that I have kids, I try to do those things that I used to do and see if they like, you know. I never built a gingerbread house unless like at school, church, or something like that. But it's still those little small things. You know, we might have to build a gingerbread house or something. I don't even like gingerbread cookies like that, but it'll be fun to build a house. Maybe use Pop-Tarts or something. But, guys, that's all I have. Definitely enjoy this to see these different culture shots and just see how different it is. If y'all have some other videos for me to check out, Christmas in Europe, that would be excellent. That would be excellent for you to send them my way. But that's all I have. Give this video a thumbs up. Hit that subscribe button. Y'all be blessed, be the best, and be you. I'm out.